just sorts of tonguing exercises, and you just you just keep going, playing that note as long as possible with just enough tongue, or do you ever like?
You mean long tones with a little bit of tongue?
Yeah.
Play it for a while. You know, I mean, play it for a long time, for a while. I mean, I don't think there's any particular virtue in I played this for 20 seconds.
Right.
I think it's more virtue in I played it until I was comfortable doing tonguing in that way. Okay. Here's the thing, and in this sense, I'm personally maybe in the minority or looked at as an iconoclast or just a nonconformist. Okay, and I play all 5 of the woodwinds. Okay, and I see a point in practicing long tones on the oboe to work on my vibrato, flute, vibrato, you know, saxophone, vibrato. Clarinet, well, I use the vibrato sometimes, but very rarely on klezmer, on some jazz things. But I'm still a traditional American clarinetist. I still play a straight clarinet sound. Okay, so if I'm just playing a long tone, I have the potential of I mean, like a low E, you can almost put the clarinet in your nose and make a sound. You know, I mean, it really doesn't take a perfect voicing of the tone to make a low E happen. But it does take a perfect voicing of the tone to make the tongue work right. Because, I mean, what else have you got inside your mouth other than your tongue that moves around, right? And so that's why I like to personally and have my students go or something, make up a rhythm, kind of thing, and go up the thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
However long you hold it, you do it until it feels right. Another question? It's a good question. Yeah,
so what would you suggest for Gabe some kind of mouthpiece to change to after that debut?
Well, is a nice mouthpiece. That was a great mouthpiece when you were, how old were you now?
16.
16, yeah. When you were 13.
40 hours a day.
When you were 13. You've had that mouthpiece a long time. You have to have had that mouthpiece a long time for it to be as chewed up on the top as it is. Right?
I don't know if it's been a year, actually.
Really? You practice a lot then? Okay.
Yes.
Because you've got some obvious wear on that mouthpiece. But it's a good, I mean, Clark's a friend of mine. Clark's a good mouthpiece maker. And if you went to his professional model mouthpiece, you'd have a great mouthpiece. It is that you're kind of still riding a tricycle, you know, and you need a 10-speed at least.
Would you recommend getting a pad, like, to avoid biting in so much?
I personally do, but not to avoid biting. I do it just for traction. Okay, and I have a pad up there, and by the way, Mark, I'm going to buy some pads from you today. I do it just for the traction. And my dad was a dentist, and when I was in college, he was checking my teeth. He says, "Chuck, you're wearing the enamel off the inside of your incisor." I said, "That's not good." And so I started using a patch then in college to just keep the abrasion from the inside of the teeth. And so you obviously practice a bunch. And so I think for you that would be a good thing as well, just to protect your incisors. And you know, but you get better traction with you got something to hang on to. But in terms of biting, you know, the biting for you, that you'll control that by strengthening the grip from your upper lip. Because when that upper lip pushes down, and that if you don't take anything else from our discussion today, take that. Think about breathing, about support. But take that pressure from the top